Hello and welcome back to Survival Sunday. I couldn't think of. Actually, let's do Security Sunday
Yeah.
with Johnny Tiger and
Kitten.
Kitten. Last night we didn't get Survival Saturday out, and this time I'll admit this one was my fault because eh, by the time we had dinner, I was like, man, I'm feeling really low on energy. Let's just wait until tomorrow. Mm, You know, getting old. Sometimes this stuff takes way too much energy. Uh, so today we're going to look at one of the more difficult, more advanced stuff with sleep control, which is something that we teach to security forces, security guards, bouncers, police officers more often, because this is a way to control someone, escort them out of the room, or give someone else a chance to call the cop without having to resort to, sorry to say it, kneeling on their neck. Uh, I just have to throw that in because that's totally what not necessary.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, you don't have to resort to kneeling on someone's neck. There are a lot of other things to do. Uh, so anyway, don't want to go back to that depressing topic.
Right.
Yeah, very depressing. Um, so today I'm going to show you guys how to control someone with the assistance of their sleeve from behind. Uh, Now, this is going to be a little bit more difficult to see on camera because of the weird angles and uh, hand position. So if you guys can't see it or you are not sure about something, there are two ways to fix that. One is to just send me a message or a comment and ask me. Or, hey, if you're local in the Vancouver area, come, I'll give you two complimentary free classes and teach you this stuff. It's a lot easier than watching video. Okay? Um, Not to mention you'll be able to meet Kitten, which is always cool.
Mhm.
Right? So, when we talk about controlling someone from behind, there's two general scenarios. But I want to get this out of the way first. Is if the person has a weapon in their hand, then you don't want to do this. There's just too big of a chance for something to go wrong. It's really not your job unless it is your job. You know, you're a security guard or something. Unless you have to. But for the most part, if there's especially a sharp weapon involved, leave them alone. Call the cops. Keep your distance. Run away. Don't try to uh, do this. Even if they have a blunt weapon, a baseball bat, I would still encourage you. Don't engage them. It's just too big of a chance for something to go wrong. Okay? Um, when there are weapons involved, this sleeve control method, which I would classify as soft art, soft martial art, uh, is in the more, how would you say, merciful, kind,
Lenient.
lenient.
Definitely.
Yeah? When they already have a weapon in their hands, this is not what you want to do. You need to resort to something else. And we're not going to talk about those yet. So, with that said, let's say the person is empty-handed, and the first scenario I'm going to show you guys is building on something we already know. The person is already engaged with you in the grabbing or punching, and you already do your night strike stuff. You watched all the video. You end up behind the person. You end up behind the person. Which, actually, let me show you guys something really quick. To actually step behind the person in a fight is very difficult. I'm not even kidding you. We've been doing that in our Krav Maga program, like trying to get behind the person. And when your partner really wants to be a pest, it's really hard. You step and they follow you. You step, and like, yeah, in the end, you run out of energy just trying to get behind them. Alright? So, when you want to get behind someone, don't try to step behind them. Grab their sleeve, turn them around. Right? Because most human body Even when big people, right? If a kitten grab my arm and try to pull, I can resist that. But if you grab my sleeve and yank it hard across my body, that makes me want to turn because it's such a weird kind of feeling, right? It's like being dragged with a rope. Once she's here behind me, she wants to make sure that, okay, drop your left arm first so they can see your right hand position. Her right hand creates a bar behind my neck. And where are you grabbing?
I'm grabbing the back of the collar.
Yeah, she's grabbing the collar. Uh, if the guy has long hair, she can grab the hair. Whatever to keep her hand there. This is so, if I try to get belligerent about it, she has control of my neck. She can immediately just push down on my neck. Uh, yeah, she knows where my neck is. She can hit it with her elbow if she wants to. Right? But we're trying to be nice here, so her other hand go under the person's armpit, underhook. And from there, she first grabbed the collar, and then she wants to, because if she just grabs the collar, this arm is really annoying. Like this arm can do a lot of stuff. So she wants to move that down to the bicep and grab the sleeve there. Yeah. Once she grabs the sleeve here, that starts to limit the range of the motion I can do with this arm, especially when she starts lifting up above my shoulder level. This is harder when the person is tall, by the way. Um, Now, if the person's wearing short sleeve, that's where you'll stay. You'll stay at the bicep, where the sleeve is, and control from there. But if the person has long sleeve like I do, then what she's going to do when we are struggling, she's going to start walking her hand down my sleeve a bit at a time. So she'll let go, and I struggle, and she'll grab again, and then she'll let go and grab again. Eventually, once she get enough down my sleeve, what's going to happen? Watch this. I'll go down one more time, close to my wrist, and she can actually extend my arm out to the side. Right? As I struggle, she extends that to the side. Now, now I can't bend my arm. Huh? Now this arm is sticking out to the side. I can't bend it because she's holding onto my sleeve, and she locked her elbow. And she just dropped her arm, the arm that's across my neck, down. And that's forcing me to squat or bend over because it's putting pressure on my shoulders,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the cool thing is this doesn't hurt at all, right? This is, you're not hurting the person, you're restricting the movement, right? So if there's somebody else, you can tell them, call the cop, call the cop. You can hold the person here, right? For those of you who are sighted, I want to add this. For those of you who are sighted, keep your eye on the arm you're not grabbing. You got this arm, you got the left arm, you got one hand behind the neck. Okay, you don't have to keep looking at it. Just grab it. Your eyes should watch the free hand, right? Just in case you suddenly pull something out of the pocket. Yeah.
Ah.
But even if I suddenly pull something out of my pocket and she doesn't see it, ah, I can't get at her easily. I, ah, yeah, I would have a really hard time swinging this at her because she's keeping very good control, very good distance from my back. So if I swing across my body, my own body's in the way. If I swing straight back, I can't really reach her unless my knife is super long. Then that's different. Okay? So this is scenario number one. If if you are engaged in a fight with a person and you turn them or you get behind them, how to get that. But this position is harder to get if the person is not fighting you to begin with. Now let me explain. Why would you be doing this if the person is not fighting you? Well, you never know. You might be out on the street, like Kitten and I might be at the pub, and some drunk trying to get belligerent with me, not with her, with me. And everybody knows that if there's a fight, I tell them to fight Kitten first. So if you have to interject, if you have to intervene, get into a situation, right? Understand that you're putting yourself at risk every time you do this, right? If you A lot of the time when people really get hurt is they don't know how to get into it. Someone is facing away, like they're really mad, they're gesturing, or they're like, waving their arm around, and the person come up behind, hey, guy, take it easy. Pow! Right in the face. You know? Really bad way of getting yourself hurt, right?
Yeah.
All you're trying to do is help, and what's the person going to do? The person's going to turn around and turn on you. Happen all the time in domestic abuse or domestic situation. Uh, this actually stuck in my mind. A few years ago, right here in Richmond, there was a good Samaritan who saw a guy and a girl fighting outside a gas station, and he saw the guy slap the lady across the face. So this good Samaritan went up there and hey, take it easy. You know, what the heck? Why are you? And he didn't even get to say anything. The guy turned on him, punched him in the face, and broke his cheekbone. And that was on the news. I was thinking, wow. I mean, it's good that this good Samaritan wants to get involved, but you need to learn how to do this. Right? So the proper way to intervene, assuming talking is out of the question, okay, always try talking, but if you want to talk, don't get this close. You want to talk, stay arm length away. Hey, take it easy, man. You know, stay out of reach. But if you have to get in there, if you know this person is going to, maybe he's really drunk. Kids never get drunk, but yeah. Let's say the person getting really drunk. The first thing you want to do is have one hand on between the shoulder blade or the back of the neck, but not in an aggressive way. Just like, hey man, okay. This is why. Because if you don't have a hand there, the person spin around, your hand is caught down here. Huh? Your hand is down here at stomach level. They go pow pow, your face. You don't have any way to defend yourself, right? Now, if my hand is already on the shoulder and she turn around and try to pow pow me, my block is already there. Yeah? I just put my arm across. So that's step one. Step two, no one no one is going to have their arm down here if they're getting belligerent. If the guys have their arm down there, then you don't have to really worry about it. It's not really a bad situation unless they have a gun there. You know, if a guy have a gun there and they put their hands here, like I'm going to pull out the gun and shoot you, kind of thing. Then yeah, you don't want to get involved with that. Preferably, there are things to do there too, but we're not going to do that today. So let's just assume the guy's getting angry, arms coming up, trying to duke it out with whoever, trying to push your friend around. Yeah, you come around, hand on the back, the other hand, do a big monkey swipe. So like you lift your arm straight out and make a big monkey paw, right? And then you hook the person's arm down to their side, right? There's no intricate technique about this. You just drop this down to the side, right? Make sure you don't drop it towards your own groin. Person might grab your groin, or you might hit yourself in the groin. Hold to your hip. Once you get here, you do. Here is first sleeve. If it's long sleeve like this, I already hold on to the sleeve, but I don't want to stay here because watch what's going to happen. Struggle. She has a lot of room to wiggle from here. I can't control her from here, right? So from here, still keeping a hand on the shoulder. Actually, I'm going to let Kitten do it so you guys can see. Right? So she come up behind me to put her hand on the shoulder, on the neck or shoulder, and then she pluck my hand out of my arm out of the air, the big monkey pluck down. Yeah. And now she want to actually don't underhook this. Uh, you could, but it's a little bit more difficult because the person will be trying to turn into you. Right? So once you plug the arm down to the side, hold onto the wrist or sleeve for a brief second. Right? Well, as soon as the person tries to turn back, then what you want to do is you want to insert her arm between the arm she's grabbing and the body. No, other way. Oh, there you go. So she grab the arm there. Right? Now this arm is secure. And what she does is, you guys probably can't see it. Where are you holding on to? Where are you anchoring?
I'm anchoring my left hand on my right forearm.
Yeah. So she's essentially grabbing her own arm to anchor this. Right? So from this is now, I would say, 70% secure because the person can't really turn that way. I can't turn to my right. I can't really turn to my left because she's holding on to my collar. Right? I can't headbutt because her hand's there. I can try to kick her, but as soon as I try to stomp her or kick her, she can start kicking back too, and she's going to win. If she start kicking there, I'm going to go down really fast. Not to mention she can drop me really quickly. But let's complete the technique before we get to that. So
Okay.
let's say she gets here, and eventually the person is going to remember they have a free hand. Right? The free hand is going to try to come across, can't reach, come across over the head, can't reach, and the hand is going to come. This is the only way it's going to go. The hand is going to come down and back, hitting her like this. The moment this arm comes back, her arm that's barring my arm wants to grab the opposite sleeve, the sleeve of the attacking arm, and get a finger into the sleeve nice and tight. Okay?
Yes.
Now I'm really screwed. Eh? Still doesn't hurt. This is totally not hurting me or suffocating me. But watch what happens. Start leaning back and walking backward. I can't resist this. Like, if I try to resist, okay, try to walk back. I can't because both arms are being restricted behind my back, and her hands on one hand on my collar. Okay, and if I really make too much of an issue and try to be too belligerent about this, drop her. All she has to do is drop her weight. If she drops down to one knee, watch what's going to happen. I go down too. I can't resist this. And from this point, all she has to do, if she wants to be really angry about it, just shove forward and I'll do a face plant into the floor. But we are not going to do
No.
that.
No.
The reason, okay, I'm going to tell you guys why we don't do that. Because I don't have any hand to brace myself.
Uh-huh.
If you're practicing, remember that you got both of your partner's arms. If you push them forward, their face will hit the floor. Now, there's no way for them to brace. Okay, so be careful with that.
Yes.
How do you feel about these techniques?
I feel secure with them. I feel comfortable with the way that I'm learning it.
And like, do you find that you have good control, or
I definitely feel like I have good control. My balance is not compromised, and I'm just remembering to keep my stance wide. And
yeah? It's These techniques take a little bit fiddling around in the beginning to remember where to grab, where not to be, and stuff like that. right? So just remember, when you go behind the person, you don't want to just grab the first thing, the sleeve, and hold on. You want to slowly walk your hand to the optimum position. Wait for them to do something. Right? If they give you the other arm, then you grab the other arm. If they don't give you the other arm, then you don't grab the other arm. Huh? It's okay. Don't try to, like some people, where they mess up is when they get behind a person and they get this in, but then they try to get the other, they try to muscle this, and try to get the other side, right? Because what's going to happen if I try to do this? All she has to do is turn around.
Keep turning.
Yeah, right. So,
That'd be a dirty trick.
yeah,
And
yeah. So, yeah. And when you practice these with your partner, go nice and slow, and remember that once your partner lets you have control, watch you don't drop them to the floor and make them hit their head or stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah? These techniques are supposed to be very safe, but you got to be responsible about it. Now, of course, Kitten already knows this. Even though these are soft techniques, once she locked my arm behind me and get her arm behind my neck, this does not have to stay soft. All it takes is a knee to the kidney or a foot to the back of my knee, and down I go. Right?
Yeah.
It's so
Kick here.
easy. It's so easy to drop someone from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to add too that you never want to be directly behind the person because it's awkward. Uh, and when you're directly behind the person, you're straining for this arm. You feel like this is already kind of straining.
Right.
Yeah. So if you got that arm, you want to be on that side a little bit. Yeah. So just take one step to the left. Yeah. See how it's not straining anymore?
Right.
Yeah. But you still have control. Huh? Person still can't really move it. Huh? Now, if you're directly behind me, okay, watch how much harder it will be.
Oh, yeah, you have more
I have more.
movement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you always want to pick one side, right? Pick one side. This way, it's harder for them to hit you with a free hand, and you have more control on the side you have control of. Now, if the person tries to spin around, yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
stay looking this way.
That's what she does to Aslan, by the way. Okay, so
Okay.
that's it, folks. Control from behind.
Yeah.
Next time, we're going to look at the next step is if you go down on the floor with a person, how do you control them with a sleeve? There's a front version and behind version as well. We're going to do at least 2 more episodes on these techniques.
Mm.
So there will be a Soul Search Sunday in a little bit. We want to go eat something
Yay.
first.
Yeah.
But, my souls in Chinese have 7 spirits.
Yeah.
So my souls are telling me is they're starving. There's no soul searching right now. So be back in a couple of hours, and we'll see Kitten again tomorrow on Music Monday.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Good night.